Hey, what's going on, Capricorn? How are you? Capricorn, thanks so much for being here and watching. I'm totally happy that you're back here with me. And if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be an exciting read today. Hopefully, I wanted to explore the topic of missed connections, or maybe the one that got away. Sometimes it can be the same person, sometimes it can be a different person to you altogether. So, Capricorn, if there's anybody in your mind and in your heart right now that you feel like maybe you missed a particular connection with them, or, maybe the time expired on y'all's connection, or if you just feel as though there was someone that you were dating or talking to, and then, they just kind of slipped through the cracks, based off of, life. Then Capricorn, hopefully, you may find your story here. If you don't, then that's okay. It's either not for you or it's just not for you at this time. This will be a timeless reading. So this will not apply to any specific time frame, okay? Just Capricorn, whenever you're guided upon this reading, either by spirit or it just pops up in your thing or whatever, this is for that time, okay? So whenever you're guided to watch this, this is what that time is for. It's no actual time limit. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into the reading, Capricorn. I'm really excited to see what this energy brings for us. So first thing, let's take a look. Spirit, can you please tell us what was the general theme of this particular connection, whomever this particular person is to Capricorn? Who is this person? Capricorn, honestly, as I'm shuffling, I'm feeling like this vibe where it's like this is possibly like somebody that you met and you know, you maybe tried the connection, but it was a sense of like you guys couldn't make it work, or there were just outside forces that couldn't make it work, and it was just one of those situations where they may have gotten away from you. But we'll take a look and see here. We already got one card ready to fly, so let's take a look and pull the rest. Oh, well, that one wanted to come out too. Oh goodness. Let's get one more, Capricorn. Oh, okay, this one. All right. Okay. Okay. So Capricorn, yeah, I feel like this person that you may have missed either an opportunity with, or they maybe have escaped you or eluded you. I feel like you met this person maybe out on holiday, or you met this person while you were like on break from, you know, some relationship that you were either caught up in at the moment, or for some of you could be in right now. You may have been on like a break from that relationship and you met this person at that time. So maybe you were like on a road trip with your friends. They were taking you out to get away to, help you, release that energy from, whatever was upsetting you in that relationship. And then you meet this other great person. Also, I feel like that person that you were meeting, they also could have been like on retreat, on holiday, on some sort of trip of fun to get away from maybe some sort of family issue that they were dealing with. And that's probably what helped connect you guys. It was basically your energies were calling out for some sort of brand newness, if that makes any sense. There was some sort of energy that needed to be new within you guys, and that's what may have brought you together. And it's like, I think maybe for a lot of you, people thought that like you guys were actually together, when in reality it's like, oh no, I just met blah 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 this weekend. And Capricorn, the same thing. But it's like you guys even looked the part to outside people, like you were there together. I like that. So let's see here what the tarot has to add in here to help clarify this or bring some more specifics to the story here. describes the energy of this, clarify the energy here of this union, of this brief union. Five of Wands. Yeah, there was some sort of escapism in this. Yeah, Five of Wands. And then, wow, the Five of Coins. Yeah, somebody was definitely looking to shake their life up. Maybe both of you possibly could have been doing that. Someone, I feel as though someone wanted to make someone else suffer. So that could have been the both of you, you know, Capricorn, where like you may have been trying to like, you know, make your partner or your ex-partner suffer a little bit. And so you were, you know, in the conflict of it all, you left and kind of put them on ice a bit. And then on their side, you know, if they were dealing with some sort of family issue thing, maybe, and I mean, this may or may not be beknownst to you, you know, Capricorn, exactly what they were dealing with. But it looks as though if, you know, they may have been dealing with some sort of family conflict and, you know, they were trying to, you know, just, again, escape to this faraway place, so to say, so to speak, you know, just to kind of, you know, chill that part of their life out, you know. So it's like, okay, you know, they were trying to make maybe a family member or somebody close to them recognize their absence because they probably didn't appreciate their presence, while you were doing the same thing, so to speak, but probably to a lover as opposed to maybe a family member. Queen of Cups. One second. Oh, wow. Hold on. One second. You know, as a reader, I really hate when cards spill. But usually when cards spill, it's because Spirit is trying to get me to stop and pay attention to something. And the card that I stopped on when it happened was the Judgment card here. So I'm looking at this as also like with the Queen of Cups and then the Judgment card. Capricorn, you or them, or possibly, you know, however the energy resonated, there was something very, like there was something very familiar about this person to you, which is why, of course, again, you navigated to one another so very easily. There was a sort of purity that you saw within them. I feel as though you kind of know that you were still just kind of getting the tip of the iceberg with them at this moment, or at that moment in time that you spent together. But you understood that. You understood that, you know, this is just a moment in time here. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to just kind of forget about, you know, where I've come from and who I've been to other people at this moment. I'm going to go ahead and forget about that and, you know, kind of maybe isolate yourself or isolate yourself with this particular person that was just such a strong connection. Oh my God. I mean, I know that might sound like the extreme to some of you guys, but it's just like, for some of you, it's like legit, like at some point in your past. And I mean, again, this is a timeless message. So at some point in your past, whoever this is speaking to is like you met this person on some sort of, on some sort of holiday retreat, or for some of you, I'm not even gonna lie, for some of you, this could have been where like you were on a honeymoon with your current partner or maybe an ex-husband or ex-wife, and then you met this person at that point. But of course, you know, you made the good judgment call of not to, or I don't know, maybe you made a bad judgment call and you actually did do something. I don't know, let's clarify. Clarify here, please, how this relationship formed, what possibly could have been the beginnings of the point of separation for the two of you. Because at some point you missed the opportunity with this person. At some point you slipped through the cracks of being in a full-fledged relationship with this person, even though the energies was, you know, was there. Five of Swords. Okay. The Sun. And then the Star. Wow. Wow, Capricorn. I feel like for a lot of you, it's like just as easily as things kind of formed for you together, like just as easily as that passion like went in. It's like maybe throughout the time that you guys spent together, or maybe throughout the conversation that you had, there was some point of realization where I feel like maybe you felt guilty, or someone felt guilty. I feel as though there was maybe like an epiphany moment for them where they kind of realized like, yeah, you know, Capricorn, this is fun. Or Capricorn, you're saying, okay, well, you know what, whomever this is, maybe the cross watcher who's watching this, if you know the sign of the person that you feel like, you know, if you know the sign for who you're cross watching for, which I guess why you would be cross watching. Right. But anyways, Capricorn, at some moment there was like an epiphany that one of you had, or maybe the both of you kind of had, where, you know, it's just like you guys are under, you know, you're looking back though. It's like you're looking back at what you know, you are looking back at the past for a minute. You're looking back at, you know, your other relationship or your other situations that you got going on, and you're saying, you know, okay, yeah, even though this is fun, I'm having fun, I still do have to go back to this at some point. You still have to go back to this at some point. It's almost where it's like there's a reality check moment that the both of you have. And with the Star card, it's telling me here that it's like this experience kind of renewed your, I'm going to say it really kind of renewed your faith in whatever situation you were already dealing with before you met this person. It's almost where there's like an understanding here with it coming right under the Judgment and the Queen of Cups. It's almost like there's this understanding here where it's like, okay, you know, I have, you know, had this particular experience, and I've, you know, I know what it's like to be in the position of power, to be able to, let me rephrase that, Capricorn. Let me take that back. I want to make sure that make sure I'm clear. With the Star card here next to the Sun, I'm feeling as though it's almost as if you always oh man, it's like in the okay, here it is, in the epiphany moment of you knowing that this is something that you're going to have to leave behind. There's still like this hope of, you know, possibly running into this person into the future, in the future. You know, maybe you'll get that stray message like on Facebook or on some social media, maybe a letter if they knew your address, or you're just putting out that energy to that person. You might even take a retreat around the same time of year every year to the same place to maybe see if you'll run into them, because you're looking back to them. I feel like, you know, while you were with them, of course you were with them to maybe like, you know, kind of purposely isolate yourself from whatever troubles you were dealing with, whether it was family or relationship wise. But now, now that you're back to reality here with the Sun, it's like there's still this sort of blind faith that you keep. There's still some sort of openness that you keep. and you still keep an eye out for, you know, the opportunity to possibly run into them again. Okay. I'm still here, Capricorn. I'm just shuffling cards and making sure that I cross my I's and dot my T's. Sorry if you hear any background noise. My neighbors always choose to be the most loudest when I'm trying to give readings. So, and you know, that could be another thing as well. Like, you guys might have been, this might have all come about just to, in a way, kind of rebel against the noise, or, you know, that was caused in another situation. So it might not even be about a relationship or about family. Maybe could be about possibly your close friends. You know, their close friends may have not agreed with it. Like, okay, Capricorn, listen, you know, this person is fun and everything, but listen, back to reality now, okay? So let's take a look and see. Let's explore a little bit more about. I want to take a look and see maybe what types of how they may have been feeling about you, how you've been feeling about them since this opportunity was missed out on. What would you want to communicate to them if you could communicate with them right now? What might they want to say to you also? So we have, I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. And then we also have the phrase or the question, would you reject me? So yeah, this goes to show, Capricorn, I feel like the both of you, of course, you know, being mature adults, understood that this was just a very brief moment in time, kind of fling kind of deal. Of course, you know, you guys come from two separate worlds and you just happen to have met up at a time where, you know, the inner spirit of the both of you needed something that you were both able to provide to each other. And you were guided to provide that to each other, of course. But of course, you come from two separate worlds, and you know there's it's like this sense of you guys already both understanding that you have other obligations, even though you know that the connection is so strong. You may possibly keep in touch with this person still already, but you just aren't able to really coordinate a time or a place to be able to meet, because somebody is either in a relationship or dealing with an ex that they can't get rid of, and the other person is still dealing with maybe family issues with their own children, or just anything dealing with anything from their childhood, you know. And it's just almost like this sense of the both of you kind of like with this question here, would you reject me? One or the both of you is almost like how can I say it? I don't want to call it thirsty, because it's not that. But it is in the sense of you really, it's like you look at this person as to say, okay, you know, if you weren't all caught up with them, like that would be like the best you know, option that you would go with. But it's almost as if it's to say, it's like, okay, but would you have me though? Because I know that we met under circumstances that were, you know, maybe less than traditional. And there was so much conflict surrounding, you know, surrounding our relationship or the connection that we did have. You know, would you reject me because, you know, our connection was rooted in the escapism of other situations? I don't know. This is interesting, to say the least. I think there's a sense of openness. Yeah, with the would you reject me, there's a sense of openness here that honestly, I kind of feel as though they might feel towards you, Capricorn. I feel like they, you know, in spite of them dealing with like maybe family issues possibly, or in spite of whoever is dealing with family issues, I feel like that person who's dealing with family issues may be more ready right now to dive into a relationship with the other. But there is one of you that is just caught up right now still either with a partner that you're with, or maybe a particular ex that you just can't break the cycle of, that you go back and forth to, that keeps you unavailable from this person who you actually did make a beautiful connection with. They just want to make sure that, you know, it's like, I feel like it's almost as if there, it's almost as if to say, okay, so it's almost as if to say, like in the past, someone was like, okay, you know, I have this to take care of, and then I'm going to come back for you. You know, in a way, it's more of the sense like, okay, keep in touch with me, and, you know, we'll, you know, stay on each other's radar. We'll, you know, almost kind of like Knight of Coins this thing out. You know what I mean? Where we kind of like, we're facing the other way, but we're still standing still and standing open and available because we have other things that we have to take care of that may be of higher importance. But it's like in all of that, it's like, okay, so now when I am ready to come back to you, so would you reject me? Would you, are you like, they're trying to maybe test the waters with you at this point, or sometime around this time that you're watching this? You may start receiving messages from them where they're kind of like testing, like, so you remember that time when we met up at wherever? Like, you want to do that again? So the last card here for advice we have is miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. I like that. It's a very bright card, you know. We look at it right here. It's this really bright yellow, orangey type of energy. So this is really telling me, like, you know, this is like something to be excited about. This is something for like you may possibly view, or you possibly can use this experience as a way to teach yourself about, you know, being able to find love in the most oddest of places. Okay, this could even speak to some of you guys where to say that, you know, if you're dealing with a situation right now, and you're ready to, you're looking for a particular miracle, you're looking for a particular blessing, I think that you may possibly find that with someone that you met before. You might possibly be getting the chance to either reconcile that, or, you know, this person just might be on your mind, or you might be on theirs. Okay. Of course, you know, I mean, it may not resonate for everyone, but yeah, this is a situation, to sum it all up, now that I've talked all this time. Basically, yeah, to sum it all up, this is someone that you met, again, on some sort of holiday, some sort of vacation, developed a instant connection with them. Basically, you two were both unplugging from the world around you, okay? And wound up finding yourselves plugged into one another. And, well, that's a whole nother reading. But anyways, with that being said, I think that the whole time, of course, the both of you are understanding that, you know, of course, that all good things were going to come to an end. You already knew that going in, and dealing with this person. Okay. And now it's at the point now how, you know, at this point, whatever time frame you're listening to this, whether you're Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or the cross watcher for the Capricorn person that you met, I do feel like there's this want to reach out. If you are able to reach out, there's this want to be able to, or there's this want to almost kind of recreate what happened before. But it definitely won't happen until whatever you're dealing with now is put to rest. You both are really going to have to, again, it may only happen again once you both kind of tap into this energy of like unplugging yourself from your own universe. Okay. Or better yet, the both of you are going to the both of you are going to have to willingly be able to unplug yourself from the universe. I'm huffing and puffing right now, Capricorn, because I'm feeling compelled to draw another card. And I'm debating if I want to use this different deck. No, I'm going to keep it positive. Yeah, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know how this works out, of course, in the comment box. You know, I love to hear what you guys have to say if it is, of course, positive. You know, let me just say this one thing, and I just want to get this off my chest. You know, I definitely, again, appreciate all of the engagement. However, you know, if the reading wasn't for you, then just let it be, okay? I feel like you definitely waste a lot more energy typing out a long comment insulting me because a particular reading didn't resonate to you. Please do not force these to resonate to you, and I say that in the beginning, okay? I shouldn't have to be able to say that. We're all grown here. We should all be mature. You should all understand that, you know, this will not resonate to, of course, every Capricorn in the world. Okay. Well, I will continue to let you guys go, but thanks again for those who have subscribed. And if you are not a subscriber, I do invite you to, okay? All the information about the decks used will be put in the description. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can. Just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. And you guys have yourself a great rest of your day. Bye.